Hey everyone, it is your favorite CEO, Miss Flo, and this is a special episode of Neon Mike where you know the conversation glows. I am in the middle of the Free Palestine protest that is happening in Washington, D.C. at Freedom Plaza this Saturday afternoon. And this has got to be one of the largest gatherings I have seen in some years in the nation's capital. We have people from all over the country and perhaps all over the world that have come in to support Palestine in hopes to end the current conflict that is between Palestine and Israel. I will be out here interviewing some people about this event and the conflict, so let's go check it out. Hey, I am here with
Jordan.
Jordan, thank you for speaking with me. This is a great weather to do a protest. So it feels like a cosmic sign that we're supposed to be here. Can you tell me what is your reason for being out here today?
Well, I'm Jewish, and I grew up always hearing the phrase "never again." It means no genocide anywhere to anyone. And for me, it meant I had to show up to this because there's genocide going on, and I felt like I needed to be part of the end of that.
This isn't about just tactics. This is about a corporate controlled narrative that says you're either with the us or you're with terrorists. When in fact we are fighting here for some of the most oppressed people on the planet.
What do you hope that will come out of this protest?
Well, I just hope that more people become aware of the need to end the killing, and that when our government and Israel's government kind of looks the other way at suffering of Palestinians, and that there's another side of this situation that's where there's atrocities happening, that they know that people are watching, and that the people that put them in office are watching, and that we all need that to stop.
Praying for a ceasefire. We're praying that Biden hears what we demand, and hopefully this is what we get, and Palestine will be free.
10,000 dead, with over 4,000 children in Gaza alone. And so, we think actions like this right here are absolutely part of the way forward, part of the movement forward.
Well said. And what was your reaction when the U.S. gave $14 billion to Israel?
Well, I don't know. I'm not surprised by anything the government does these days. Aid to Israel is part of the military-industrial complex, and it's been going on for a long time. So it's not surprising to me, but it's just frustrating.
Here in the U.S., we do not have all our needs covered, yet we have endless money, blank checks for a war abroad. Meanwhile, I still don't have health care.
Of course, it broke my heart, but it wasn't a shock. It wasn't a shock, but at the same time, this is something that has been going on for 75 years, and it has to stop.
What specific actions that your organization is doing to help support the people of Palestine?
Yeah, so we have a pamphlet here that is a collection of writings from members on the ground in Israel-Palestine. And we're calling for things like mass protests. We want more trade unions to be getting involved and leading strikes and taking principled stances. We need our international unions to take a hard stance against supporting, funding for Israeli weaponry and funding the war, essentially. There is no solution while maintaining capitalism as the economic system. One thing that we really call for is a new party of the working class. We don't think Democrats or Republicans are standing up for working class interests, whether that's for the Palestinians abroad or, in New York, where I'm from.
What is something that the people of Palestine can learn from the civil rights movement, the Black Lives Matter movement? What is some advice that you would give to them so they can be successful in their independence and freedom?
I would say, by and large, the Palestinian civil liberties organizations and civil society have learned a lot from the civil rights movement overall, and there's more we can learn from them at this point. We've seen children be bombed. We've seen refugees and civilians be destroyed in a way that at times we saw during the civil rights movement. For example, Dynamite Hill where Angela Davis grew up, was a place where the KKK literally did bomb houses. But in the same way that the civil rights movement used the violence against them to evoke empathy, we've seen corporate media demonize Palestinians for being in that same position.
What does it mean to you for all these people to be out here today in support of Palestine?
It gives me hope for this next generation. It gives me hope that there is some humanity left in the world.
It's beautiful, you know. I've been organizing as a part of this movement for a number of years, and this is by far the most engaged and multi-organizational part of the movement I've ever been part of. And to see so many people stand up against colonialism, against racism, against apartheid really echoes my people's history and makes me feel more brought in to the fight.
I mean, it's incredibly positive. We need to be able to be talking to each other. We need to have spaces to, not just talk about what we agree on, but what we disagree on. Or we need to have space to talk about the tactics that will lead to a freer Palestine.
I mean, it means everything, especially if you don't get to see it back at home. I mean, I went over there over the summer, but you don't really experience it until you're there. But this is like the closest thing you'll get to like experiencing and pushing for the cause of Palestine. Palestine has its rights to resist. Israel is a terrorist state, and what they're doing is inhumane, genocidal, and we need to put a stop to that right now. And with the more the people you have, the more your voice, and I believe that the more the merrier, and we will get our rights back in Gaza, and Palestine will be free.
This is not a religious issue. This is not a culture-ish issue. This is you just have to be human to stand with Palestine. And seeing all these people out here today proves that there is humanity in this world and proves that Palestine will be free one day. Why does this hit so close to home? I have family in Gaza that we haven't even heard from because the electricity has been turned off.
What are some words of encouragement for your people?
We will never die. We will never die. Every generation is more and more of us, and the resistance will never stop. We're here to show Biden's administration that we will not sit quiet no matter what his administration or government does. We are here to show support for our people. We'll be here every day if need be. If this is all we can do, then so be it.
Do you have any words yourself?
No matter what they do, we'll always be alive, we'll always live, we'll always smile, no matter what Israel does for us. Even if they do the worst, we'll still come out standing out on anything every single time they make us kneel.
They can't kill us. Let's go.
And I hope that you get to hear from your family soon. I hope everybody is safe. I hope you stay safe during the protest. And thank you again for speaking with me. Can I give you a hug?
Yes, you can.
Today has been an inspirational day for humanity. From people from all walks of life come together for one cause. The call for an end of violence in Palestine, to stop the genocide, and a call for a ceasefire. And we hope that with the large turnout that we saw today, that the world leaders are listening and will do what they can to end the bloodshed. This has been your favorite CEO, Ms. Flo, and see how you have glowed from this conversation.